told you we should get that locked up.
And I'm telling you for the last time, Boyd, go back on patrol.
No decomposition. It's a new victim.
He's becoming more focused on you, Sheriff.
Sheriff, may I have a word with you? It's clear that this is personal.
It always was.
How's that?
Look, I have no idea how many of these people have gone missing over the years, but one thing is clear. I'm the only one who seems to give a damn. That's as personal as it gets for me.
We're here because we care.
All I've got is a bunch of stories and superstitions. What if it isn't even happening?
Sheriff, I can't tell you how long this has been going on, but something's definitely happening now. And from the way the unsub is acting, it's obvious that you've touched a nerve. Whoever he is, I think you've probably talked to him.
I've talked to anyone who will listen. Drug dealers, immigrants, business owners.
Well, one of them is your Santa Muerte, and he's feeling the pressure. When we get back to the station, I want to go over every single interview you've done.
How? Who are we even looking for?
We have a profile to give you and your deputies.
We're searching for a personality type called a human predator. In the classic sense, a hunter.
All the victims we've been able to conclusively tie to him have been older or handicapped in some way. This suggests he waits for someone to separate from the pack, looks for the weakest.
Like a lion or something.
Except a lion hunts food. This type of predator hunts power. It's not about serving a need, and everything is a means to that. And we also believe that he makes his victims run through the desert in order to weaken them.
He may not be capable of taking them on in their strongest state, despite their age or infirmity. This suggests that he's possibly handicapped in some way himself. Certainly weak, maybe small or even thin.
And an unsub who creates chaos and then attacks typically carries this through to all aspects of his life. He's unlikely to be in a relationship.
If he is, it's an abusive one. This guy gets off on control.
He will have tried to stay very close to the investigation. He's well aware that the sheriff has started looking into the missing illegal immigrants.
How do you know that?
It's probably why the decapitation started, as a countermeasure. He's trying to throw up the investigation. It's typical in an organized offender like this.
Carrie Stainer, the Yosemite killer, drove more than 50 miles to dump cigarette packs and driver's licenses at intersections to throw off suspicion.
Start by looking back at everyone you've talked to in connection with these killings.
We need to start with people who are familiar with the immigrant journey.
Like who? Advocates? None of them will talk to us. I've tried.
Well, the coyotes want this guy caught. He's hurting their business. And if the advocates really care about the immigrants, they're going to want to find whoever is responsible as well.
There's one guy who can help. He runs an outreach program called Leave It at That.
Where can we find him?
Clyde, you want to take them over to meet Richard Corral?
Lucky day. These FBI agents want a word with you.
You see the lens?
Hey, baby girl, I need you to run a check on someone for me.
What is wrong with you, Clyde? None of my clients will trust me if I've got federal agents walking around here.
Well, maybe you shouldn't spend your time helping illegals sneak into the country.
They only want a better life.
Well, then they ought to come in the front door.
Gentlemen, another day. Mr. Crow, we understand your hesitation, but we aren't here about immigration, we're here about murder. Do you know anything about the heads that were left in front of the sheriff's station a few days ago?
Everyone does. My clients were terrified.
Client.
Deputy? Another man was murdered last night, an immigrant. We need to figure out how this man finds his victims. Sheriff Ruiz said you know more about these people's journey than anyone. How many places are there to cross?
For every tunnel we find, there's 12 more we don't know about.
And once they've made it?
Runners keep documents in the trunks of their cars. Passports, fake social security numbers, green cards. It's a big business, especially in border towns.
Do you know these runners?
They change all the time.
If immigrants don't find you, where do they go?
Safe houses? It's supposed to be where they can find rest, water, food.
Supposed to be.
It's more like a prison until their families can pay off the coyotes.
Where are these safe houses?
Are you kidding? They come and go faster than the tunnels.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Sheriff, we could use a hand with the geographical profile. We're trying to locate likely safe houses.
Your team travels all around the country, right?
That's right.
My last year in homicide, I handled 36 murders. I was one of 20 detectives in my unit. Do the math. Don't ask me how many I solved.
I'm sure you did the best you could.
There really isn't anywhere to go where people aren't killing each other, is there? Likely safe houses. Even if we could find a safe house, you really think someone who just crossed is going to talk to us?
Well, there's a good chance that last night's victim didn't cross alone. Someone may be missing him.
If last night's illegals are still at safe houses, we can find the route they use and we'll know the unsub's hunting grounds.
The whole point of a safe house is it's a secret. If I could find them, I shut them down.
All right, if it's a first stop, we should start with homes that are closest to the border.
I could pull land deeds. Might take a while.
We've got something faster.
Garcia,
Sir.
we're looking for illegal immigrant safe houses in Terlingwood.
What are the parameters?
Start with homeowners and renters with criminal records.
That's a start. Give me more.
Morgan said they're always moving. Look for homes with short-term leases.
And spikes and utilities, if they're housing illegals, it'll be higher in usage of power and water.
I'm crossing with all Texas utility companies, and I have 3, and I just sent the addresses to your phones.
Thanks, Garcia.
If you're looking for a gift to get me, one of her would be greatly appreciated.
We're pretty sure they broke the mold.
I'm Mary Ellen, and I quit smoking with Chantix. I have smoked for 30 years, and by taking Chantix, I was able to quit in 3 months. And that was